Okay, so over here on this board, we have 3 scriptures. Okay, 3 verses that we're going to be VOD, verse of the day. Okay, so that's going to lead us into math today. We're going to talk about those as we get going. You need to have your book now, from now on. Okay, yes? My phone's all crooked. Hold on. Let's get that straight. There we go. We're going to come back to this same problem. Okay? Because if you watch the video, we should have an idea of how to use addition and subtraction. And I know it says without a calculator. Listen, you're going to be able to use a calculator all the time. But today I wanted you just to try to use some mental math to warm it up. When we do adding and subtracting, I start with my first 2, and I just work my way down. Okay? So I have 3 plus 7, negative 3 plus 7. A negative 3 on the number line, I add 7 more. That gives me a 4. Now, before I pull down my next number, I want you to get into the habit of rewriting. Rewriting what? I have a negative and a minus. What happens with those 2? 2 negatives become a?
Positive.
Oh, so this turns into a positive 4. So I'm bringing all of this down to here. 4 plus 4 is then 8. I bring this guy down, which is positive 8. So now I have 8 plus 8, which is 16. Do we see how we're bringing each thing down by itself? Yes? Then I've got negative 21. So now I have a positive 16 minus 21. We're going to learn a real easy way to do this today, but it's negative 5. Last but not least, we have to rewrite. When we have those 2 negatives, rewrite it. We rewrite it as what? A positive, what?
81.
Yeah, positive 81. So all of this comes on down. So now I have negative 5 plus 81, which gives me a answer of 76. It's a longer problem, right? This is what we're doing today. Questions? Anybody? Okay, so y'all have your quiz grades. You haven't gotten them back yet because I still have a couple more kids taking the quiz. I will not hand them back until everybody's taken the quiz. With that being said, if you'd like to raise your grade and you have Life Prep Plus, let me know. I'll get it to Mr. Allen or whoever your Life Prep teacher is. You will correct the ones you missed, and you will also have additional questions, one additional question that's similar to the one you missed that you'll have to do correctly. That's how you're going to earn points back, not just by correcting it, because I make notes on your quiz. Okay? How'd you guys feel about it? Were you happy with your scores? Not too hard for the first one? Okay? Hey, I'm here to help you. Right? You guys are so quiet. I love you guys so much. Okay, so I'm going to erase this. Why are you laughing at me? I do love you guys. You guys are my kiddos. I'm overjoyed by how the quiz went yesterday. I'm proud of you. Okay? All of the scores were B's or A's, which is amazing. Now, I don't know if they're all going to be B's and A's. We'll see in a second. Okay. So, if you took notes yesterday, have those out. Okay, because you should have on the video, right? But I'm going to add a couple new things. So, we are in, and this is how I would do my notes. So on a separate piece of paper from my warm-up, I would have the date, and I would have this 1.1, positives and negatives. Okay? We're going to start off with a definition. Absolute value. Does anybody know what absolute value is? Go ahead.
It's the value of the number, even though, like, it could be, like, negative, but the actual number is
Okay.
positive.
You're right. So we take away the negative, but it's there's a D word that we're looking for. It's the something from 0. The very good. Liam. This is the distance from 0. Distance is neither positive or negative. Okay? Now, here's what I mean. Distance is never negative. Watch what happens. I now get in my car. I've got my kids in the backseat. Guys, shh, calm down. Okay, I've got my kids in the car. Don't. Why is it? It's funny. I'm being a parent now. Shh, guys, buckle up. Okay. I drive the 5 miles to school. I'm now at school. Do I say, okay, guys, we've got to drive the negative 5 miles back home? Has anybody said that? Have you ever gone on a trip and been like, oh man, we're negative 25 miles from home? Do we say that? Distance is always positive. It doesn't matter which way we go, but to get back to home base is the distance from 0. So we show that with 2 lines around it. This is the absolute value of positive 3. Anything that I put on the board, y'all should put on the board. Why? Because I know math. I'm really good at it. I'm not putting it up there for me. Does that make sense? Okay. So the absolute value of 3. How far away is 3 from 0? Well, it's 3 spaces. So the absolute value is 3. Negative 7. So the absolute value of negative 7. On the number line, it's down at negative 7. But how many steps, how many spaces, how many miles, per se, you're driving, is negative 7 from 0? What do we think? 7. Okay? Now listen, we are at the beginning. This is the beginning. So I want to bring up a couple things. So our verses of the day, this is how we're tying it in. So the first one is from Genesis, chapter 1, 26 and 27. Then God said, let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, all the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Okay? Us. God, triumvirate. 3, right? God, Jesus, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Right? So, even though he's vastly different, he is God. Math is the same way. It's going to be vastly different, but it's all going to come down to God's creation. Psalms 17 and 18. This is from Psalm, 119. It says, was it 17 and 18? Psalms 119, 17 and 18. There it is. Be good to your servant that I may live and obey your word. Open my eyes to see the wonderful truths in your instructions. Yes, that means what he's preaching. Math is from God. Okay? Right now, your eyes are closed. Anybody feel really confident in algebra? Not yet, right? You're going to. You're going to have your eyes open to the wonders so that you can be taught. Last but not least, we're going to Hebrews. Okay? Chapter 11, verse 3. By faith, we understand the entire universe was formed at God's command, that what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. God created everything. This isn't man's work. Okay? It might seem like, hey, Mr. H, you're teaching me something that doesn't quite make sense. Sometimes faith is unseen, y'all. We've got to take some certain facts just because they are. Absolute value. Are we good with that? Okay. There's one more. So, let's talk about adding and subtracting. We have something called like signs. And we have something called different signs. Okay? First, and if you don't have this, this is something that you're going to want to copy down. Like signs. Circle each number and its sign. That's also going to be for different signs. Circle each number and its sign. Step 2. Use absolute value to, and I'm going to put these in quotes, get rid of the signs. Guess what? Same thing happens for different signs. Use absolute value to get rid of the signs. Okay, so I'm going to let you copy this down. This would be a great thing to have on one piece of paper. That way when you're adding and subtracting, you can have that piece of paper. You're going to have this chart real easy, okay? So don't make it so small that you can't read it. When we take notes, we're taking them not just because, oh, Mr. H is telling me to. No, this is going to help us later on. So make sure that you have this. Okay, let me know when you guys have this copied down. Okay, so now we're just going to do addition. Ready? So, use absolute value to get rid of the signs. Add the numbers. And I know in this day and age it's like a hashtag, it's numbers. Okay, this is how I abbreviate numbers, is with the pound sign. Add the numbers. Step 4. Put original sign with your answer. Okay? Can we show you an example? Ready? So, let's say I've got -7 plus -8. Circle each number in its sign. So let me get a different marker here. Circle. The circle with green. What is this? Purple. So my numbers are 7 in the negative, 8 in the negative. Okay? Use absolute value to get rid of the sign. So I have the absolute value of -7 is 7. I have the absolute value of -8 is 8. Do I expect you to come off to the side and do absolute value every time? No. You can look at these and say, hey, I don't need the signs. Add the numbers. So my numbers are 7 plus 8. Y'all can do that without a calculator, right? What's 7 plus 8? 15. Okay? So we know this is going to equal 15, but put the original sign with your number. These are the same signs. They both have negatives. What's the original sign? So it's a -15. Everybody with me? Okay, that's like signs. Different signs, uh-oh. Okay, use absolute value to get rid of the signs. Subtract the two numbers with big minus small, and I'll explain that in a second. So we're doing big minus small. Put the original sign of the big number with your answer. Okay? And you might be like, Mr. H, this doesn't make sense yet. Keyword is yet. This is where I'm asking you to have a little faith in me. Okay? You see all that? Let's move this just a tad over. So here's our example. Negative 21 plus 8. Okay? Kindle, you ready? What are my two numbers? Tell me what two numbers to circle. So, circling each number and its sign. What am I going to circle?
Negative 21.
And?
8.
And what kind of 8? A positive 8. So now I've circled. Use absolute value to get rid of the signs. Is 21. 8 is 8. Okay. Subtract the two numbers. What's the bigger number?
21.
Oh. So I'm taking 21 minus 8. So that gives me 13. Everybody with me? So you might say, Mr. H, my answer is 13. Stop! Hold your horses, because there's one more step. Put the original sign of the big number. Well, what was the original sign of the big number?
Negative.
So my answer is negative 13. What questions do we have on this? Listen, it's adding and subtracting. You think you can do this? I mean, really, do we think we can do this? Yeah. Okay. You're going to do 2 on your own. Try it without a calculator. Once you have them, we'll go over them. Okay, so we're going to try 2 on your own. Let's go. Number 1 is going to be 47 minus 84. Number 2 is negative 28 plus 53. Actually, let's go negative 47 minus 84 and negative 28 plus 53. Okay.
Bro, what? Why are
Okay, here we go. So, Liam? Liam.
Mm.
Liam. You feel like you can walk me through this? Number one, walk me through number one. Tell me what I have to do. This is all you, man. You're teaching me.
You put it on like the lines and you remove like the negative.
Is that step one?
Circle each.
Okay, so what am I gonna circle?
The 47, the negative 47,
The negative 47 and?
84, the negative.
Oh, okay. So are they the same sign or are they different signs? Same, so like signs, right? And maybe I should have called that same signs to make it a little easier. Same signs and different signs, right? Okay, so the same. Then you were saying do what?
And then you get rid of like the signs.
By using what? What's that called?
Absolute value.
Absolute value. So the absolute value of negative 47 is?
47.
Good. The absolute value of negative 84 is?
84.
Good. So same signs, we then what?
And
Add them. 47 plus 84, 7 plus 4 is 11, carry the 1, 12, 13. Okay? Then what?
you have the negative.
Oh, why? Because that's the what?
That's the sign.
Yeah, that's the original sign. Very good. So we get negative 131. Give me a thumbs up if we got that. Yep, good, cool. Okay, here we go. Go ahead, Alec. Walk me through this one. Alec.
I hear like a.
Yeah, it's a mopping thing. It's all right.
Oh, dang.
Go ahead, Alec.
So you wanna circle the 28.
The
or
what?
the negative 28.
There you go, good.
And the plus 53.
Yeah, the positive 53. Okay, same signs or different signs?
Different signs.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
And then use absolute value to get rid of the signs.
Good.
And then you're gonna subtract the big.
Okay.
decimal.
What am I subtracting?
53 minus 28.
Very good. 53 take away 28. Okay. So now we have to do a little math. So 4, 13, that gives me 5. 4 minus 2 is 25. Okay. And then what?
You're supposed to add the sign of the big number.
Which is what?
Positive.
Oh, because the 53s. So do I need to put a sign with it?
No.
So the answer is 25. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, is this hard? Not too bad, right? Okay. So in your textbook, you have homework. Your homework is right now, you are doing numbers 5 through 17. You're going to want to write this down. So maybe open up to a new piece of paper. You are on page 8.
Were we homework on Wednesday?
We have 18 minutes in class, so probably not. You're going to page 8, numbers 5 through 17, the odds, and 38. So your homework right now, so homework is page 8, numbers 5 through 17, the odds, and number 38. You have 17 minutes to work and finish. Are there any questions? Help each other out. Try it without a calculator first, and then check your answers with the calculator. Everybody with me? Great work, kiddos. Love you.